morning, everybody.
안녕하십니까?
Should I try that again? Just wondering, is the youth going to sit over here the entire time? Is it okay if you guys sit there? I mean, is it gonna work? You guys always sit there? Okay, I'm just trying to figure it out. Okay, that's fine. I hope it's not rude. I hope you guys don't get offended, but I'm going to be turning to try to feel out where the young people are sitting, because I'd like to speak to them particularly this morning.
제가 혹시 저쪽으로 설교하더라도 여러분 좀 이해해 주십시오. 제가 우리 젊은이들을 위해서 설교하기 위해서 왔기 때문에.
Nothing against you personally. I don't even know you, so I can't take it personally. Well, anyways, I just wanted to share something with you this morning that's very, very simple.
여러분들과 이 아침에 아주 단순하지만 심오한 하나님 말씀을 나누려고 합니다.
And it's going to take maybe a little bit longer to get there. It might take a little bit of time to get to the point we're trying to make.
제가 말씀드리려고 하는 그 포인트에 이르기까지 좀 시간이 걸릴지 모르겠습니다.
But it's really important, and I want everyone, especially you guys, to listen in.
우리 저쪽에 있는 친구들이 좀 잘 들었으면 좋겠습니다.
When I think about my life as a Christian, I think about a lot of the hardships, a lot of the trials, a lot of the questions that come into my life. I think about that all the time.
제가 이제까지 그 그리스도로 살아오면서 제 삶에 여러 가지 많은 시련과 의문과 질문들이 있었습니다.
And I thank God so much for all the people that God put in my life, my parents, my teachers, all of my pastors. But I wish that there was something that my pastors, my teachers, my parents told me more about as I was growing up.
하나님께서 제 인생을 위해서 부모님과 선생님들과 여러 가지 목사님들을 준비해 주셔서 그분들이 제게 많은 말씀해 주신 것들 감사하게 생각하고 있습니다.
The one thing that I really wish that they stressed more and they talked about a lot more is not just the love of God, because we all know about that, but this concept of grace. I really wish somebody stressed that a little bit more.
부모님들께서 제게 해주신 말씀 중에 특별히 하나님의 사랑에 대한 것을 많이 말씀 안 하셨습니다. 근데 오늘 저는 여러분들에게 특별히 하나님의 은혜에 대해서 말씀드리기로 합니다.
So today we're going to study a very short story in the Bible, and I'm sure you guys have read it many times before. It's found in the book of John.
오늘 이 아침에 저희가 요한복음에 있는 짧은 이야기, 여러분들이 잘 아는 이야기를 함께 나누려고 합니다.
So let's all look in our Bibles to John chapter 5.
자, 요한복음 5장입니다.
John chapter 5, and this is very short. It's starting from verse 1, and we'll probably get all the way to about verse 7. But there's a lot that's in there.
자, 오늘 저희가 요한복음 5장에 있는 말씀들을 함께 나눌 건데요.
So go ahead and look on the screen if you'd like, and open up in your Bibles, and just keep your finger right there, because we'll get right to it. But I want to say one more time that it's very important that we understand, especially as young people, the concept of grace. And I want to highlight that, and the title of the sermon actually is called The Conspiracy of Grace.
자, 오늘 저희가 요한복음 5장에 있는 이 이야기를 통해서 하나님의 은혜를 함께 나누겠습니다. 성경적으로 읽고 나눌 텐데요. 특별히 오늘 제목을 제가 뭐라고 정했냐면 은혜의 음모.
Do you guys know what the word conspiracy means?
여러분 음모라는 단어 아십니까?
Adults, do you know what the word conspiracy means? I don't know how true the translation is, but if I knew better, I would tell you, but I don't know. Does everyone understand the concept of conspiracy? Not grace, but conspiracy. Does everyone understand that concept?
자, 은혜에 대해서 말씀드리는 게 아니라 저도 처음 보는 단어인데 음모, 음해 뭐 그런 뜻입니다. 그런 단어를 잘 아시죠?
You guys understand that? I have a feeling you don't understand.
잘 모르는 것 같은데.
Let me explain it just 1 second, and we'll get it going. Okay? Conspiracy is this. Okay? It means that more than one person, maybe a group of people, have gotten together and they made a plan to do something.
자, 이 음모라는 것은 일단은 우리가 어떤 계획을 세우는 걸 말하죠.
It means that a group of people got together, planned something, and they planned to do it to or towards another person.
자, 다른 사람들을 향해서 어떻게 무엇을 할 것인가를 계획 세우는 것입니다.
All right, so that's what we're talking about, the conspiracy of grace, and we're going to find that in the story that we're about to read in John chapter 5.
자, 이제 그것을 우리는 요한복음 5장에서 발견하게 되겠습니다.
So let's all go there, John chapter 5. Let's start with verses 1 and 2. I'm just going to start reading the text and we'll talk about it a little bit. Let's start out with verses 1 and 2.
자, 1절과 2절을 보겠습니다.
It says this: Sometime later, Jesus went up to Jerusalem for the feast of the Jews. And now there's in Jerusalem, near the sheep gate, a pool which in Aramaic is called Bethesda, and which is surrounded by 5 pillars.
그 후에 유대인의 명절이 있어 예수께서 예루살렘에 올라가시니라. 예루살렘에 있는 양문 곁에 히브리 말로 베데스라 하는 못이 있는데 거기 행각 5이 있었고.
Okay, so the author John is trying to paint us a picture. He's saying, okay, Jesus went to this feast, and it's this great feast, and when he went to this feast, he went to this particular place. You guys are moving. Okay, that's good. All right, so he's setting the scene for us and showing us where Jesus went.
자, 이제 예수님께서 유대 명절에 그 예루살렘에 올라가셔서 하시는 특별한 사건에 대해 이야기하고 있습니다.
Verses 3 and 4 say this. Here a great number of disabled people used to lie, the blind, the lame, the paralyzed. And from time to time, an angel of the Lord would come down and stir the waters.
Preach.
3절과 4절입니다. 그 안에 많은 병자, 소경, 절뚝발이, 혈기 마른 자들이 누워 물의 동함을 기다리니 이는 천사가 가끔 못에 내려와 물을 동하게 하는데 동한 후에 먼저
Are you guys understanding already? You guys getting it?
자, 이게 무슨 얘기인지 이해하시겠죠?
You guys already know the story, right?
다 이야기 아십니다.
Yeah, and you already know the ending of the story, don't you?
자, 이 이야기 끝도 하나 아십니다.
But I want you guys to stay focused, stay pay attention, and we're going to find out something more.
자, 네, 여기서 저희 특별한 것들을 좀 발견하도록 하겠습니다.
So it says here in the Bible that the most pathetic people in all of society were at this one place.
That's right.
자, 우리 사회에서 가장 불쌍한 사람들이 여기 다 모였습니다.
That's right.
You know, people who are wealthy enough or have enough money, they have doctors and physicians, people who can help them.
That's right.
자, 돈이 있는 사람들은 의사를 불러서 내가 필요한 것들을 채울 수 있습니다.
And there's even systems set up where people who don't have a lot of money can still find help.
뭐 복지 제도가 잘 되어 있으면 의사 도움을 얻을 수 있는 길이 있겠죠.
But in the Bible, we're talking about a group of people who were so pathetic, so absolutely pathetic, that they could not get any help, and they had to rely on this myth.
Oh, yes.
This myth
Yes.
that they could be healed.
That's
자,
right.
여기 모여 있는 사람들은 어떠한 도움도 받을 수 없어서 이제 신화를 믿어야만, 전설을 믿어야만 하는 사람들이 여기 모여 있는 것입니다. 기적을 바랍니다.
Now, according to the Desire of Ages, Ellen White actually writes about this story. She says that there was actually something strange about this certain pool, Bethesda, and they don't know if it was exactly angels, but something would happen in the water, and people would go in and sometimes be healed.
자, 화이프에는 그 시대 소망에 정말 이 물의 변화가 일어났고요. 그 물이 변화가 일어날 때 사람이 들어가면 낫기로 했다라고 얘기를.
And I mean, scientifically, I don't know how to prove it. There was a story in the BBC recently about healing waters, actually.
자, BBC 방송국에서 그 고치는 물이라고 해야 되나요? 그런 물에 대한 그 방영을 한 적이 있습니다.
Here in California, there's this company called Oculus, and they do all sorts of scientific experiments, and they found a way to take salt membranes and synthesize it somehow and put it in the water. And I don't know explain how to do this, but they found a way to turn this water into a potent enough chemical that it would actually heal people of simple things like bacteria, foot fungus, and all sorts of diseases.
그 긴 이야기를 짧게 줄이면 이렇습니다. 이 캘리포니아의 어떤 회사가 물에 특별한 화학적 변화를 일으켜서 박테리아를 죽이든지 뭐 어떤 그런 물을 이렇게 발명했다고 합니다.
I don't know if this is what's going on in John chapter 5, but it says that the waters would be stirred and sometimes people would be healed.
그런데 요한복음 5장에 있는 이야기를 보면 이 물이 동할 때 병자가 들어가면 나았다는 겁니다.
There are three lessons that we can learn in this story.
이제 여기다 우리가 세 가지 것을 함께 배울 수 있습니다.
And I'm going to introduce you to the first lesson.
자, 첫 번째 교훈은요.
And this is very simple. Number one, don't believe in the hype.
자, 첫 번째는요. 그 과대하게 포장된 것 믿지 말라는 것입니다.
Do you guys understand what hype is?
자, 과대 선전이 뭔지 아시죠?
Okay, hype is something very, 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 very misleading. It means that something is not good enough, and so they have to make it seem good enough.
자, 과대 선전은 정말 좋진 않지만 좋은 것처럼 포장해서 그렇게 선전하는 것을 이야기하지 않습니다.
You guys watch TV, turn on your TV every once in a while, see commercials, right?
자, 광고들 보시죠? TV에 나오는 광고 말입니다.
That's right.
Do you guys ever watch infomercials?
자, 광고 보신 적 있으시죠?
There are these certain commercials, and they're specifically designed to sell you something.
자, 이 광고는 여러분들에게 물건을 팔기 위해서 만들어진 것입니다.
So, for example, there's like a 30-minute commercial or infomercial about this blender, this juice blender.
자, 30초 광고인데 이 주스 만드는 기계를 선전하는 그 광고.
And Korean people love these things.
30분입니다. 오케이.
And it could be longer, it could be short, it doesn't matter. But we just get sucked in because we see this juicer, this blender, and they take all sorts of things. They take potatoes, they take beets, they take carrots, and they put it all in this blender, right?
자, 이제 그 주스기 안에 뭐 감자도 넣고 뭐 당근도 다 넣으시고 그렇죠?
They put everything in there. They take all sorts of healthy but disgusting things. They put it in there, and they even put cinder block and bricks and dirt in there. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
다 집어넣습니다.
And then they push this magical button, and then the guy who's talking on the infomercial says, "This is as easy as it gets. A 5-year-old can do it."
자, 이제 그다음에 이제 그 특별한 그 버튼을 누르면 이게 특별한 작용이 일어나죠.